some people are going through, such a. And according to the research, it is caused. There are so many causes. Let me read some of them. Let me hit on some of them.
Okay.
A blockage in parts of the urinary tract, such as a form of a bladder stone or kidney stone. Okay, bladder problems such as small capacity or overactive nerves, diabetes. I'm talking about the causes. What can cause bedwetting? Diabetes, enlargement of prostate, medication side effect. So there are some medications when you take, the side effect can lead to
you to wetting the bed.
bedwetting. Okay, and another one is neurological disorder, obstructive sleep apnea, urinary tract infections. So all these things are part of the causes of bedwetting when you are old. So medically, these are some of the causes. And all these things have their own way of being treated. When you speak to the doctors, they will tell you. I was just speaking to one doctor, before I got here because I needed information. So, and let's say it is blockage in the urinary tract. The way they treat it will be different from somebody whose own is caused by diabetes, or somebody who has enlargement of the prostate, because these are different ailments, or somebody whose own came by side effect of a drug that the person took. So it is better that you seek for medical care so that they will know exactly what is the cause. Then they will treat it according to the cause. Normally we look at it from the results, like okay, we are talking about bedwetting, so we have to treat bedwetting. But what caused the bedwetting? I've given you several examples of what can lead to bedwetting. So yours may be diabetes. You cannot cure it as though like somebody whose own came because of prostate enlargement.
Yeah.
So you should know exactly what caused yours. Somebody's own may be side effect of a drug the person took.
Yeah.
So you cannot treat it
The
just
same
because
way-
they are all bedwetting. You can treat it the same way like somebody whose own was caused by diabetes. That is why you need medical attention. For that one, it's very important. They need to do evaluation. They have ways of finding out how it started, and even how they can go around it. And they can have physical examination, they can have urine test, urological test, and neurological evaluation. So these are ways to go around it. When I was speaking to a doctor about it. So it's better to go to the hospital
Again.
Some people are saying that you need to discipline yourself. It's all about you. This is an ailment. It is not all about you. You can control yourself. But
as
if
much as
malaria
you want,
sets
yeah.
in, you have malaria.
Yeah.
You need to go for treatment. So this is more like any other disease. Like any other disease. And it can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter your gender or whatever. If you have the disease, like malaria,
There's
like
nothing you can-
toothache,
yeah.
like when you have it, you have it.
Yeah.
You need to treat it. That is the first leg. And the second leg is where people read in superstition.
Like the person said, they've been to the hospital, they've tried spiritual stuff, still not working.
Where people bring in superstition. That one too is there. Because some of us, I've produced a spiritual show for a long while. I
know.
I worked with Kwaku for over 10, 12 years.
That part was scary for me.
I have a lot of people, friends who are into spiritism and all these things. I don't want to talk much about it, but that one too is there. There are people that it is believed that what they suffer, is spiritually inclined something. Somebody wants you disgraced. Somebody wants, all these things are there. If that is what you believe in, it's not bad to seek. But when you read the Bible, when Jesus Christ was moving with the disciples and they saw that cripple, was it a cripple or a blind kid? The disciples asked,
I think it was
what is
a blind
sin?
child there.
What is a sin?
It was a blind person.
Is it from him or from the parents?
Yeah.
And Jesus said, so that the glory of God will be manifested. So sometimes we go through things without understanding. We should do our physical, part, the things we can do physically, and pray about it. That is, if you're a believer, you pray about it, because God, in His own way, if he decides to do anything, nobody can stop him.
Of course.
So even though spiritual side, you are seeking, you are searching, you want help and all these things, have you asked God? That is if you believe in him. If you do, petition him in prayer with your problem whilst you work on the physical aspect of it. And what makes it difficult is when you go through such situations, you want to hide it. So you don't want to even spend time with a partner if you have a partner.
Because you're overthinking it.
Yes. And you don't know what the person will even go out there to say about you. Maybe you be fanboy, you be fine girl. Then, especially when you fall out, then the next time, don't mind this girl. This girl, that you don't know, say in the bed wet. Charlie, you can't visit me the next day. We wake up,
So this one, now that's the part I want to ask at. So in such a situation, when you meet someone, you like them, they like you back, or they're the ones who even approach you and they like you. Is this something you say, when you're getting to know each other, or how? Because wait there.
It's not something you should say easily. Unless maybe you know the person can help you in one way or the other. Because not every truth should be told. It should take time. You should build trust. Can I trust this person?
Yeah.
Because you see, believe you me, Bob Marley said your worst enemy will be your best friend, and your best friend your worst enemy. Should the table turn? Can you trust the person? That, okay, I'm telling the person this secret of mine, very sensitive. Can you trust the person that should we fall out today, AJ will not go out there and tell the world what she knows about me? It should get to that level before you can openly say that, okay, this is the problem I have. And now that we've decided to go on this journey, please, can you accommodate it? Or, if you can't, the way is your front. You get my point? Because the person should be in the know. You don't pull a surprise. You go and visit and you sleep over, and the next day you...
No, and the uncle sleep over, and the mean sleep over.
Unless maybe you do short time.
Where they?
Short time.
Maybe every day be an excuse.
But once it happens in the night, you can have fun in the day if you want to. But I don't subscribe to premarital sex, even though I didn't practice it, and I still do not practice. I still do not practice, and I cannot practice.
See, but the thing is there anybody at all who be, let's be honest, that will be be open-minded enough to say, okay, you know what? I can go on this journey. Do you think there's any man or woman who says, it's
very, very stressful. So which means every day you need to change bed sheets, and it will make even where you sleep, your bedroom, very stingy.
Yeah, your mattress. That means every month there's almost a mattress.
Yeah. Or every Saturday you need to dry your mattress.
And if you live in a
compound house.
And who say, it comes with a lot of stigma.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
At all.
It's a big problem.
It's a very big problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
The part that kills me is the fact that, sometimes we plan our lives based on our age and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, and especially when it's a man and he's turning 40. Yeah, he might have some issues. Men can, like they say, can marry. Period. Yeah, men have grace periods. They can marry at any point, any time that they want to. Yeah. But for a woman, you have your biological clock. It's ticking. You need to have children
early.
Yeah, early and stuff like that. So when you're at 40, and then you don't. And Charlie, being alone is not easy.
Well, I know.
It's not easy.
I know.
So not even because these couples who let us breathe. Always stepping on our necks with posts and things like that. They don't let us breathe. If my cousin texts me again and tell me that I'm part of people who don't make people breathe, I will slap. Because he keeps texting me and telling me that, but me that I'm saying it, I might not part of people that don't make him breathe. But listen, having to go on social media, seeing fantastic possible during a view, Noella Bredash posting his wedding, Nana Kwame posting his girlfriend, and you come and see it's like that. It will give you issues because wow, what's the pressure?
It's unfortunate that we go through such stress. But we have chosen to go through that stress. Life is not a race. We all have our individual calling. In the Akampalans, there is a saying that Obi friend in Yameno. No Obi Nyinaho. What I say?
Yeah.
Not everybody can be a TV presenter. Not everybody can be a radio presenter. But look at how you do it. So beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
There are some jobs that when you are given, you cannot do.
Definitely.
Maybe you cannot sell in the traffic and run around.
Hey.
Chasing cars and all these things.
Now, okay, my first test,
But somebody is doing it because that person has the grace and the strength.
Yeah.
God gives you your grace according to his plan for you.
Yeah.
That is why a footballer has a different
stamina.
built up. The carpenter has a certain eye for details. An artist has a certain, idea.
A drama.
A drama, a percussionist, and all these things. So you are created according to your destiny.
Yeah.
God gives you that strength, from childbirth, so that it will make it easy for you to achieve and accomplish what God sent you to do.
Yeah.
So if somebody posts his wedding picture, blah, 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 and that gives you pressure, which means you don't know yourself.
Because the person wrote at the end that they are
The society
desperate.
will give you pressure.
Society more pressure.
Because they believe that you are lacking behind.
Yeah.
But if you know yourself, yes, when a person can, he will be at the tail. We all pray that I shall be the head and not the tail.
Definitely.
But who should be the tail?
And
No, who should be the tail?
the
The tail is as equally important as the head. You have head, you don't have a tail.
True that.
How do you move? So at every point in time, yes, you might be the tail today, but we pray that God will shift you, push you forward, change your destiny. Whilst you are living, being the tail, somebody is also coming there to continue the journey. So we shouldn't look down on people. Can you imagine coming to work without janitors working? You came, the cleaners didn't come. You are on demonstration.
Oh my God.
How would you work?
It's going to be difficult.
Very difficult. 1 month demonstration. 1 month demonstration. They are not coming. They are not working.
1 month leave.
The loos are not kept. The kitchen not kept. The studio unkept. How can you work? So no matter how big you are a president, you are a doctor. You need the farmer to go and farm
So that we can find food.
so that you can eat.
Yeah.
So why do you look down on the tail? Without the tail, who are you as the head? A chief without subjects. Who are you lording over? Who are you ruling?
No one.
A ruler without a ruling.
It doesn't make sense. I
It
guess
doesn't make sense. Everybody has a role to play. God has a purpose. The world is a big stage
See,
full of different characters.
what I'm getting from what you're saying is just that the person, whoever sent us the message, whether it's a lady or a guy, has to find ways and means of learning to love themselves
Yeah.
and overcoming the desperation.
Yeah.
Stop first. Love yourself.
This is who I am.
It's not permanent. It's going to go away.
Let me tell you this. I always tell people that when I see, this friend of yours, I normally see you stand and talk with, that TikTok guy, the camera guy.
Caleb.
Okay. I don't know the name, but you see, look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the form not coming coming back? No, I'm telling you something. I'm being real.
Presidential height.
Yeah, I'm being real.
Yeah.
But I didn't choose my height. God gave me this height based on his vision for me, his plan for me. He knows why he gave him that height.
Yeah.
And why he gave me
This height. Oh, yours is presidential
so
height.
I must love who I am.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, people used to bully me, and me, I loved fighting because of my height. And so in school, people will be teasing you and all these things. So I was always fighting. Now, it took my uncle. Listen to what my uncle told me. That, look, stop fighting and build your mind. Because you can be powerful if your mind is powerful. We've seen great and mighty leaders who came in atomic sizes and they controlled the world. So stop bothering yourself on your physique and look at your inner being and make it stronger. As I'm talking to you now, now let me tell you this. If I'm talking to somebody and I capture the brain I've captured the person. The body is just a container.
Yeah.
Once I capture the brain, the body will fall in line.
Yes.
That is why we have cute, short, rich men with huge, thick, tall bodyguards.
Yeah. And they're the ones in control.
Yeah, they call the shots.
Of course.
So you should love yourself. There is a reason for everything.
Yeah.
Be it medical, be it spiritual, or be it destined. Petition God in prayers whilst you look for physical help, medical help. I know somebody, I can recommend somebody who is very good when it comes to those things, bedwetter.
Okay, so we're going to call it for
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Him or
yeah,
her,
Ofakisi.
because the person didn't want...
Ofakisi can do this. I've introduced... he comes on my show every Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, on King Kaime on Adam from 5 to 6 p.m. every Sunday. So he's been coming around, and sometimes people will call, and people get your number, they'll call, oh, Menyo Ofakisi number, this is the problem. I've referred a lot of people to him, and the results, have been good.
That means you can get help, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Now I can breathe easy,
Ofakisi
because...
can be of help.
See, since I saw this thing, it's made me think a lot, because we all need someone. And sometimes certain things about us make us lose certain people. Sometimes, like you said, it's for a reason why they come and they go. But for such a situation, it's very hard. Whether it's a woman or a man, it's not easy to be able to...
It's tormenting.
It's tormenting. It sucks a lot of people away from you. People, they don't know what's going on. Oh, me corner them. And if you have a friend who talks too much, they anyway, whoa. You get me? But there's a message here.
Even with that, if the person tells you that one, at least you know. But sometimes they will not tell you.
And they go behind your back.
They will ghost you.
Oh, God.
And later you hear something nasty about you.
It breaks you.
Yeah,
it hurts you. Even when family members talk about you behind your back, or when you upset them, then they say it out of frustration to hurt your feelings. And cry.
I pity that person, but
there's a solution.
Of a case is there, and even if it is spiritual, let me say this: I don't want to go deep into spiritism because I might scare people.
See the way I'm looking at you.
Every spirit has what they like and what they don't like.
Boy, you about to scare me.
No, I'm not scaring you. Every spirit has what they like
and what they don't like.
And what they don't like.
Which is?
So if it is spiritism like white dwarf, what they don't like, I can tell you.
No, don't tell me. I'm scared.
Tomato leaf.
Tomato leaf.
So when I come to your church and you are using white dwarf to perform miracles, and I get to know, I can stop your miracles. I've been stuck from so many churches.
Good afternoon. Now, when my late husband and I were actually... when I met my late husband, I was actually bedwetting, and he was very supportive. But sometimes I wake up and he would just ask me to be indoors. He would take the mattress out and then dry them and wash the bed sheets. He helped me through it till it stopped. So there's someone out there who can help you overcome it if the person means well for you. I always thank God for bringing him into my life. Sorry, I just saw that over there. For bringing him into my life. For bringing him my way, because he stood his ground and solved it. May he continue to rest in peace. Oh my God. Anonymous, please. Wow. God bless him.
So touching,
he's gone, but it'll make you remember what he did. Chris Selassie says it's spiritual. Okay. Ubuntu lady said it's not spiritual, neither physical. It's lazy. I'm not going to continue the rest because there are things that happen to people. I don't like it when people, you think you know somebody's situation.
There is a saying that Entoa
that. You don't know how it goes. This one says yes, he or she can get some bedwetter partner and they can make it. Oh wow. Harrison Delali said this thing has been happening to a lady I know until we took her to one woman at my village. Now she's free from bedwetting. Albert says please try to get raw gari before bed, then take it will reduce and eventually stop. Let me know if it works. Okay. Dixon Kwashi says since you're desperate you will keep losing them. Try to work on the bedwetting. Eat latest by 4 and drink latest by 5. Make sure you need before bed, and let's see if you something conscious, you can wake up intermittently to urinate. Shamo says he or she can. Okay, this one is I've read these ones already. We've read these ones already. So thank you so much for your messages. sometimes when people are going through things, I know we're trying to be funny and everything, but let's be sensitive to other people's issues. Don't play with it. This is very serious, and people are going through it because if you try and put yourself in the person's shoes, you realize how sensitive the issue is and what they've been through. So let's try and be a little more empathetic towards people's situations and put yourself in their shoes.
Do you know that people have been through such problems and they couldn't handle it and they ended up
doing a whole lot,
nasty.
Nasty.
So first of all, let me commend whoever brought it for bringing it.
It takes
out.
a lot of courage.
You know, it takes a lot of courage. These are things that people would like to hide. You know, even from themselves, from their own selves, they want to hide it from themselves. So for that person to come out and seek for help, which means the person acknowledges the fact that there is something to be done.
Yeah.
But back to the spiritism, the spiritual thing that I was telling you.
Yeah.
You know, so if you get somebody who is powerful spiritually, that person, if it is spiritual, maybe somebody caused it.
Yeah.
Or maybe some spirit somewhere, somehow, managed to find his or her way in your life just to mess you up. So what the person will do is to first find out who is behind it.
Yeah.
Who that spirit is. And with the knowledge of the various spirits and what they like and what they don't like, they will let you do what they don't like. And they wouldn't come close to you. For all you know, you are doing something that they like.
That's why they're sticking around. I see.
Yeah. You know, so everything has a way out. There's always a way out.
That's why they say this life is a very spiritual life. You're either for one side or the other. You can't be in between.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say.
Everything that happens physically has a spiritual connotation.
And that's how I'm going to leave it at. Thank you guys so much for joining the conversation. Kumi Kums. Thank you, sweetie.
I hope you are not scared.
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
This is just the surface.
No, but I believe the fact that this life that we live is a spiritual life, and everything that we do.
Yeah, because
every
if you
decision,
read the Bible, it says that we are not fighting against the flesh and the carnal.
And every decision that we take, we need to be very careful about it. Yes, and even what we say.
And I'll plead with people, please. You know something? Mocking people with their disabilities or deficiencies. You know what it means? You attract a similar situation into your life. We should be very careful.
That's why I always say be empathetic. If you can't empathize, just move on.
Just move on.
Be quiet.
There is a saying that when you are not that old to know your height, you don't laugh
at the short person,
midgets, because for all you know, where you are, as young as you think, okay, we are equal in height. He's 40 years. I'm now 10 years. Maybe that 10 years, that height that you have might be the one God gave you. Don't mock people in times of difficulty, because you end up attracting a similar energy in your life. It's very dangerous.
Thank you so much, my dear, for joining us. Thank you all for joining us on Candid. Big shouts going out to Betway. Like I told you, brand new game.